am about to head down to our schoolroom and give our schoolroom wall, our main wall where we have our bulletin board and our map and all of that, I'm about to give it a little bit of a refresh. I plan to put some letters on the walls that say these are the days. I am gonna take down some of the stuff that I've never really liked to begin with, and just kind of give that whole wall a little bit of a facelift. The kids are visiting their grandparents for the week, the older 3, and so I've just got this little guy, so I have been working all week on this wall. So you're gonna see me in some different outfits throughout this video because it has taken me several days to kind of figure out everything and get everything up there the way I like it. So let me show you what I've done so far. Here is the before of it. And I just have never really liked it ever since we first put all this up, but I just had a newborn and it was the best I could do at the moment. And it has served its purpose, but it's time for a little refresh. To spray paint these letters. I want it to kind of look kind of like metal letters, so I'm just going to use this spray paint and we're going to paint them black. I painted the letters. They look really good. I'm about to attach them to the wall. I'm going to try to use this stuff. Hopefully it works. But what I'm going to do first is take some painter's tape and stick them up there with that just to get them positioned where I want them. Love it. We ended up using our laser level because I could not get these level to save my life, but it definitely helped putting them up there with the painter's tape just so I could see that where I wanted them like centered on the wall. And those Scotch squares worked so good to put those on. They hold up so good, like you really have to pull to get them off. I had to reposition a few after I put them up, and it came off really nicely. Didn't leave a place on the wall or anything, and then they stuck back on there really good. So far so good. Hopefully they stay up there. Next project I'm working on. Y'all, what do you think you're doing? Did you get into the raisins? No. Zach went out to the garage, found this old piece of wood, and he cut it to about 50 inches for me. I wanted it on that wall in the playroom that I'm redecorating because I want to hang a string on it and then use clothespins to attach different papers that I need to hang, or like little flashcards or just artwork or whatever. I just need a little bit of extra space to hang pieces of paper. So that's what this is going to be for, but first I've got to stain it. So I'm going to use a pre-wood conditioner first, and then I'm going to try this weathered oak and see if I like that, but I usually do, so this should be good. And that's what I'm going to work on now, if I can keep this kid out of trouble. decided I wanted it darker, so now I am going to, I also don't want it quite this orange. So what I've done in the past is put some of this sun bleach stain on there and then follow that up with special walnut just to darken it a little bit. Attaching the hooks that are going to go on the back to hang it onto the wall. I'm just using these ones and I'm putting them in with my drill. And attached these little guys. You have to hammer them in a little bit and then twist them. I ended up finishing twisting them with some pliers, and that really helped. But I have one on either end, and now I just have to tie my string on and hang it. Another day, another trip to Hobby Lobby, another project. Y'all, I'm so ready to be done with this project. It has caused me a lot of stress in these last few days. I've tried several different things that haven't worked out. We're gonna skip over all that and just show you what I'm settled on, and let's just pray that this works, because I really have no idea. We're just winging it here. Okay, so I went to Hobby Lobby. I got this poster frame. It's 24 by 36. It was $30, half off. And then I got this foam project board, which was $8. Now, I went on Etsy, found a map that I really love. The one we had down there I've never really liked because it's very like pixelated when you look at it up close, so you can't really read names of cities and things like that. So it's never been very practical for homeschool use. And this new map that I got on Etsy is gonna be perfect. So I went on Etsy and I got the map, and then I took it into Photoshop and personalized it for us. It's a watercolor map. Hopefully y'all can see that. So it says, the world, Bruce family adventures. Down here I put a scripture verse, go therefore and make disciples of all the nations. Matthew 28:19. And then right here, I put our adventures and our wish list. So we're gonna have blue push pins for all the places that we've been, and green push pins for all the places that we wanna go. And I'm really excited. I think this is gonna be fun. The map itself is so beautiful, and you can see all the detail. You can read all of the cities, all of the countries, and it's gonna be perfect in our playroom. Okay, so now the fun part. I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna cut off the sides. So I'm just gonna have this rectangular piece, and I am gonna fit it to the size of this frame. Once I have that cut, I am going to use some spray adhesive to attach the map to the foam board, and then I'm putting the foam board in the frame. It did come with this plastic piece on the front that's supposed to look like glass, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just using the backing, the backing that has the pieces that you hang on the wall, if that makes sense. So let me just show you what I'm doing. what you missed. I cut out the foam and made sure that the foam fit inside the frame. Once I did that, I took the foam outside. It's super humid today, so I took the foam outside, sprayed it with a spray adhesive, ran back inside, and then because I knew it wouldn't dry well, or it might dry like tacky if I left it outside in humidity, I ran it back inside, and then I put the mat on top of that. And it looks like it adhered pretty well. So now I have to trim off the edges because the mat went just a little bit over the edge of the foam. So I need to trim off just a little bit of that. And then I'm gonna pop it in the frame and it'll be ready to go. Turned out so good. I love it so much. It looks so expensive. I mean, you would never know that I didn't pay a ton of money for this, and it really only costed me a little under like $90, which is actually a really good price for like a push pin mat like this. So I meant to tell you guys that I had it printed from Staples, and I just printed it as a poster on like the thickest cardstock that they had, and I got it like matte instead of shiny. And it is just the best quality. The adhesive worked really well. It didn't leave bubbles. It's just very smooth, and it's just, I love it. It's so perfect. It just really adds a lot to this playroom, and it's going to be something we can use year after year after year. Okay guys, it's done. Finally got everything finished. I love how it turned out. I will try to link everything that I can down in the description box for y'all. But yeah, we are finished with this wall. I love how it turned out. Let me know in the comments below if you have a homeschool wall that you're struggling with. Maybe I can give you some tips, or maybe you can give me some tips of something else we can add here or whatever. I always love ideas. Hope you guys enjoyed this little DIY video. I love doing things like this throughout our house, just kind of creating things, making things my own, and just adding a lot of interest and fun to our playroom, and our schoolroom was just a lot of fun. So hopefully that gave you some ideas on how you might can do some little DIY projects around your house. I loved how the map turned out and how the wood hanger turned out. I just think it was so cute. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, and I will be posting some new videos soon. So if you like this content, be sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. Thanks, guys.